the vocal cords and the larynx. And today I'm going to tell you about the mechanism to produce sound. Okay, so basically, when we inhale air or when air is entered, the vocal cords are relaxed and the glottis become wider. When air is entered, so the vocal cords are relaxed. Vocal cords are relaxed and the glottis become wider. But when we exhale the air, when we exhale and move out the air, the vocal cords stretch, get stretched, and the glottis become narrow, and the vibration occurs, and that's how the sound produced. Okay, first let me draw. For example, this is the glottis and this is the vocal cords. Okay, when we inhale air, so the glottis become wider and they will become relaxed. But when we exhale out the air, so they become narrow and the glottis becomes they stretched become stretched and the glottis become narrow and the vibration occurs between them, and this is how the vibration the sound produce. Okay, how does it take place? Basically, vocal when vocal cords get gets a stretch, so come they will come closer then glottis will get narrow and vibration occurs. Okay, and that's how the sound will produce. Okay, this is how the sound gets produced. Basically, larynx start from cricoid cartilage. Basically, larynx, these are the MCQs. Larynx start from cricoid cartilage and the basal part of larynx the basal part of larynx is known as cricoid cartilage. Up in my previous video, I discussed about the C-shaped cartilaginous rings. So first of all, let me draw the structure. So this one is a cord. Okay, so for example, this is the cartilage. Oh, this is a trachea, the glottis. This one is the epiglottis, and this is lying between over here. This is the trachea or the windpipe. Up, these are the C-shaped cartilaginous rings. Those are covering this one. These are the C-shaped cartilaginous rings. Okay. Up, let me tell you that this one is the trachea, that is also known as windpipe, and the C-shaped. Oh, sorry. The size of the trachea is 10 to 12 centimeter. Okay. Uh, I forgot to draw this one. This one, for example, this line is known as this orange line is known as cricoid cartilage, and this one is thyroid cartilage. Okay, and from cricoid the larynx is starting up. Basically, these C-shaped cartilaginous rings are lined with pseudo stratified pseudo stratified columnar ciliated epithelium, and basically these C-shaped are incomplete because they're only supporting the front part of the larynx, but not the back side of the larynx, because the back side of the larynx is supported by esophagus or food pipe. These C-shaped supports trachea from front, or we can say that from anteriorly. It gets support from the C-shaped cartilage, and posteriorly trachea is supported by esophagus, by our food pipe, and basically C-shaped prevents from collapsing when we exhale the air. Okay, ji. So then the number of cartilaginous rings is basically 16 to 20, and the trachea is further divided into, and the number of cartilaginous rings is 16 to 20. Up now, if we talk about the trachea, so trachea is basically divided into two branches, that is known as bronchi. The first one is primary bronchi, that is two in number. No glands are present. Sorry. Basically, the mucus cells are in trachea, and then primary bronchioles are divided into secondary bronchioles, and secondary is divided into tertiary. Basically, the trachea is divided into two branches, that is, those are primary bronchi, and then the primary is divided into secondary bronchioles, and the secondary bronchioles is divided into tertiary bronchioles. The number of secondary bronchioles quantity is 3 in right, Okay, and right primary bronchiole is vertical and wider, and its size is 2.5. But the left primary bronchiole is horizontal and narrow, and it is of 5 centimeter. Okay, so as I told you that primary is divided into into secondary. It is divided into secondary, and the number of secondary right uh, in right lung is 3, and in left lung the number of secondary bronchi is 2. The number of primary bronchi in right is 1 and left is 1. And the secondary is further divided into tertiary, and tertiary the number of right in is 10 and in left it is 8. So the tertiary are total 18 in number.